Chapter 1. The 200-Pound Baby. The 200-pound baby thudded from womb to earth, somewhere in an Asian forest on a date historical records list no more precisely than circa 1875. The first sounds she heard would have been the trumpeting and rumbling of the other elephants, welcoming her into the world just as they each had been welcomed in their own first moments. She would have begun to learn, even as she struggled out of whatever remained of the amniotic sac, that she had been born into a uniquely caring society. This society's bonds only began with the mother who had remained standing during the birth, and now gingerly stepped back to gaze upon her stirring newborn. The others would have kept protective watch as the newest arrival awkwardly rose, the mother gently nudging the baby with a foot or giving a little hoist with her trunk, but only if it was needed. The baby would have rolled upright from her side and raised herself first on her forelegs, the two rear legs scrambling in earth wet with the cascade of fluids that had accompanied her arrival. She would have soon been up on all fours, and within minutes of her birth she would have been taking her first wobbly steps, her eyes huge and wide and pink-rimmed. The surrounding grown females would have stood ready to help the mother guide her baby between her forelegs, where she could begin to nurse. The baby would have suckled with her mouth, for it would have been some days before she began to control an elephant's more distinctive appendage, her trunk, with its 100,000 muscles. Among the myriad possible uses for the mother's trunk was giving her birth a dusting of earth, perhaps to protect against biting insects and to dampen the scent that might attract predators hoping to snatch a vulnerable newborn. The whole group would have maintained a sunrise-to-sunrise vigilance against that threat, as it waited for the baby's postnatal steps to become sure and strong enough for travel. A maternal shadow would have followed the baby as stagger became gambol. The males in the extended family groups are driven off when they reach adolescence, usually to wander alone, sometimes in small bachelor groups. The other adults would have all been females, and they would have been as gentle as the mother in steering the baby back when she ventured too far, the sensory cells along the length of their trunks helping to gauge a touch that was gentle as well as firm, imparting a caress along with a nudge. These were allo mothers, mothers in every way save when the baby sought to feed. There remained but one mother in the fullest sense, as the baby's connections with the rest of the group branched out and deepened, caress by caress, touches.